Hey, Royal Family. Welcome to my General Hospital Daytime Drama channel. I am your hostess, the Daytime Drama Queen. Today, I will be reading some more of the comments that you guys took your time to send in. Thank you. Now, let's get into it. Leanne Christian wrote, I agree with all of you. Esme never did or does love Spencer. For her, this is about a game. Whenever Trina has Spencer, suddenly Esme wants him, but she does not love him. She is also showing signs progressively of her old self, like her jealousy of seeing Spencer holding Trina or her constant silly interruptions. Wouldn't it be something if down the line GH writes in that Ace isn't even a Cassadine after all? That way she would have nothing to hold on to. Spencer with no ace in the hole, so to speak. Thank you, Leanne, for your thought-provoking comment. I shudder to think that if Ace is not a Cassadine, Esme will go after Trina like nobody's business. And don't forget who her parents are, serial killers. She may expose those traits pretty soon. Aisha Marteau with Joy Holbrook, Esme repeatedly saying Spencer and I, as if to signify that she's speaking as part of a couple, speaks volumes. When actual couples, after an opening line expressing their combined sentiments, would thereafter use we to refer to themselves. Thank you, Aisha. Esme was showing off in front of Trina when she made those comments. She's trying to stake her claim into Spencer. She knows full well that Spencer loves Trina and Trina loves Spencer. That's why she was so dejected and she turned back around and looked at the both of them. Thanks. Natalie Pinkston writes, Thank you for sharing. I love Trina and Spencer. And she also says, Nicholas' baby mama is a hot mess. Thank you for your comment, Natalie. Esme is an evil hot mess. Sherry Robinson says, I'm not a Joss fan, but was rooting for her today. Thanks for your comment, Sherry. Yeah, Joss did step up for Trina when she confronted Esme. Cindis Christ writes, Trina can't count on Spencer to be there for her, despite what he said when he was holding her. He went to her side when Joss told him about Curtis, but his priorities are largely at the Collins home with Ace and Esme. I think Trina is feeling this. Esme wants him, and she has two big advantages, namely Ace and shared living space. Thank you for your comment, Cindis. Oh, it's a definitive that she has Ace, but she can be under Laura's roof butt naked, and Spencer still would not trust her. He wouldn't touch her. Esme committed the cardinal sin of sleeping with his father. Spencer is done with her. Marsha Green says, Trina, pack your bags and move into Spencer's bedroom. She also says, Esme is thinking of some way I have to get Trina out of Spencer's life. She does not like Trina or Joss, and she remembers everything. Was Dex in a foster care system? My daughter asked why at the pool with Trina and Joss when Dex was leaving he said, see you, T. I thought that was strange. Maybe he is seeing that Trina and Spencer are in love without saying they love each other. And it is genuine. Thank you for those comments, Marsha. Let me dissect this. I agree with you. Trina should move into Spencer's room. Esme can't do anything. What's she gonna do? Run away? She doesn't have any. Oh, she has a job now, but she's not gonna leave Spencer and Trina alone. Esme is thinking of some way to get Trina out of Spencer's life, and I think this is where Portia will come in. Those two witches will put their heads together and come up with a scheme to have them separated. Lastly, you asked, was Dex in the foster care system? Another member of the royal family posed a question if Dex were Esme's brother when she was adoptive. I'm not sure about that. All I know is that Dex is stranger than fiction. No one knows anything about him. Sabrina Hughes responded. She says, "Hey, Marcia, not sure if he was in foster care, but I think he comes from an abusive family. I recall that from the conversation he had with Sonny when he fixed him food at the restaurant. No, I don't remember him calling Trina T. Good catch by your daughter. Thank you for your comments, Sabrina." Sabrina also says, "Hi, Queen. Great recap. Like some others, I noticed how Dex is starting to act around Trina. I always thought that Dex was just a new character and the writers were just going to develop him as such. But now I'm wondering what if Dex is related to Esme via her adoptive parents. We know very little about them and how they died. Just a thought. P.S. Please don't let Spencer notice it." Thank you, Sabrina. Can you imagine if Spencer noticed how strange Dex is behaving around Trina? He would win the fight this time around. Black Butterfly commented, "That interaction was strange, of course. You know there's always crazy spoilers out there, and then there are those with some merit. Anywho, there was one I saw that said Dex has both a wife and child. Now, whether or not there is any truth to this, who knows? I do, however, find it strange that we don't know jack about Dex. Thank you for your comment, Black Butterfly. I find it strange that Sonny hasn't checked into his background. And Dex, she just wants to jump in bed. She doesn't do a background check or even check out if he has a disease or not. Thanks for your comments. Bat C. Gray writes, "You gotta love Trina's friend Joss. She did not ease up on Esme at all. I believe Joss is right. The same old Esme is still there." Thank you for your comment, Batsy Gray. I agree. Joss did go to bat and step up for Trina. Lula Allen writes, "The look on Esme's face when she left Spencer and Trina and she looked back at them spoke volumes." Thank you for your comment, Lula. I don't know if it was a look of sorrow or a look of revenge. I'm going to get you, Trina. Thank you. Sonia Metz wrote, "I am very happy that Joss decided to go get Spencer in person instead of calling him. Wow, did she or did she not let Esme have it? Imagine the snake slithering her way around Spencer, giving herself permission to touch his shoulder as if it was old times. This is the same psychopath who drugged Trina, taped Joss and Cam having sex, and slept with Spencer's father while still with Spencer. This is the same conniving psychopath with impulse control issues who did not think once about Spencer when she decided to sleep with Nicholas. She has never shown any regrets or apologized for the things that she did. Esme is not capable of loving anyone. She wants to go after Spencer because Trina has him. Sonia also says Esme is having delusions of grandeur, and that means she has now entered into desperate mode. Thank you for your comments, Sonia. We all agree that Joss did read Esme, and by doing so, that now propels Joss at the top of the leaderboard alongside Trina. I know she's claiming to have amnesia, but why does she think Spencer would want to be with her when she slept with his father? Esme never wanted Trina in the first, not wanted Spencer in the first place. She's exhibiting the same traits that she did before she lost her memory. She is extremely jealous of Trina to the point where she hates her. And Esme is now desperate. She needs to keep Spencer and Trina apart, and she will do anything. Thank you. A.M. Lindsay writes, "Oh my God, OMG, if the writers don't do something with Esme, I swear I am going to blank her myself." Well, not really, but that's what I feel like doing. Thank you so much, A.M. Lindsay. Yeah, Esme does get on our nerve. For once, I just wish that Trina would dig in her heels and parade Spencer around everywhere. Angela Clark says, if you can remember when Nicholas had Esme locked up, she was saying that the baby was her ace in the hole. She does not care about that baby. I'm glad Joss got on her face when she needs to go to jail. I believe I might be wrong, but Spencer is going to set her up. If Trina keeps telling Spencer she doesn't want Esme around, he will do something. Thank you so much for your comment, Angela. Remember, Spencer has the evidence in the safe deposit box. He's just waiting for Esme to slip up. T. Flowers writes, Spencer is tired of her, Esme. Thank you for commenting, T. Flowers. Yes, Spencer is just waiting for the opportune time for Esme to fall back into her old ways. Sandy Moon writes, I hope Curtis makes it. We need that character. Thank you for commenting, Sandy. Yeah, I would like to see Curtis become a WSB agent and bring down Selena Wu. Mary Carpenter writes, I hope Esme and Spencer get back. Thank you for your comment, Mary. I'm rooting for the Springer team. Andrea Weilberg wrote, I am sure they will get back together. It's already happening. So stop trolling us in the comments. You want us to bring the fans to be mad? Mary Carpenter clapped back, who cares? Thank you for your comment, Mary. Andrea was just expressing her comment as you have expressed yours. Thank you. In regards to the Forbidden Love video, Sandy Moon wrote, thank you so much for bringing this to the forefront. We have all been waiting to say some of these things. I am so peed off at the way GH built up Spencer and Trina, got everyone invested in this beautiful, innocent love story. If they let evil Esme interfere, I'm done with GH. Thanks, Queen. Thank you, Sandy. Don't quit on us just yet. I think the writers see the disappointment that the fans have expressed regarding the Sabrina storyline, and they need to milk it for all it's worth. Sabrina is bringing in the views. They are very popular. They have toured the country. Billboards have been erected with Sabrina on them, and they are selling out venues. So hang in there just a bit. Bonnie Wynn writes, thank you for following up this important issue. Sabrina's special chemistry shouldn't be used for a bait and switch with Trina as the third wheel or the fourth wheel. Thank you so much for your comment, Bonnie. It seems like everybody is capitalizing off of the Sabrina storyline. More of the characters are being featured, and they are adding new characters to GH. I read that Erica Kane from All My Children may be coming to Port Charles, and they are also thinking about adding more characters from All My Children. My thought is this: if that show was canceled, don't come onto Port Charles General Hospital to bring that show down. Thank you. Sherry Robinson says, I hope by now everyone knows Spencer has a role in the mini-series, so they are working around it. Thank you, Sherry. Everything seems to be on pause with the writer's strike and now the actor's strike. So when they get back to work, I don't know if he'll go right into the miniseries or stay behind for General Hospital for the while. LaWanda Henderson wrote, love the Evangeline and John. Negative feedback from certain segments broke up a couple on screen, causing John to pair up with Vicky and Clint's daughter. Both actors were saddened by the breakup on screen. Their chemistry rivals Spencer and Trina even to this day. Thank you so much for that comment, LaWanda. Not familiar with the Evangeline and John, but from the royal family, it seems that they were a hot couple. And I was also surprised to learn that there are a myriad of other interracial couples that received storylines that didn't pan out to be their relationships, that is. So I may do another Forbidden Love too. Thank you. Mary Carpenter wrote, not all fans. There's another group that says, bye-bye. Thank you, Mary. Mary, to whom are you bidding bye-bye to? LaWanda expressed her opinion. Andrea Wellberg says, all of these stories you mentioned, that's why I tune in. And until this day, I go back and watch the clips on YouTube. The love chemistry in their story was great until they messed it up. She also says Cameron and Trina did not make it as a couple, and he was more interested in Joss. Andrea, thank you for your comment. As I stated, I'm not familiar with all of the couples, so I may do a Forbidden Love too. I can't recall GH giving a reason for Cam and Trina not getting together. If you know, please send me a text. Thank you. Mary Carpenter wrote, not really. Trina liked Cameron. Thank you again for your comments, Mary. Andrea says Days of Our Lives has Johnny and Chanel, and they are broken now. And look what they did to her on Days. Another couple was One Life to Live's Todd Manning and Evangeline. Thank you again, Andrea. A music fan wrote, I think that Spencer and Trina are soulmates and twin flames, where I also think they will marry eventually too. I think that what is different with Trina and Spencer is the fans have paid for banners and a jumbotron, and Times Square and People magazine usually don't give much attention to soap opera power couples, but they have given Trina and Spencer attention, just like they did with Luke and Laura. I think that the powers that be at GH know that Trina and Spencer are a super couple and the main reason that people are watching GH. I also think that GH will work around Nicholas Chavez's new show, which doesn't even have a script yet because of the writer's strike, and that their storyline will take some time to play out. I think that Spencer and Trina are written like an old school soap opera super couple with an old school soap opera storyline. Thank you so much for your comment, A Music Fan. When conducting General Hospital research, I do see that Spencer and Trina Springer are rivaling Luke and Laura. They said that Luke and Laura's broadcast wedding drew in 30 million viewers. But I don't think Luke and Laura ever had their fans hire an airplane to pull a banner, nor were they erected on a jumbotron in Times Square. Thank you so much. Barbara Titsworth wrote, You brought back so many memories with a forbidden love. I remember Young and the Restless had Neil and Victoria, and because of the horrible threats they received, Young and the Restless cut their relationship. If GH does the unthinkable, the fans will protest worldwide. I don't think GH will cut off their nose despite their face. GH knows what a gem they have with Spencer and Trina. All haters kick rocks. Thank you for your comment, Barbara. I know for me, the writers at GH better not mess it up all this time I'm spending conducting research. Thank you so much. In regards to the Friday night trivia, Susan Sharp wrote, she has 10 right. Thank you, Susan, for playing. As I mentioned to you, I think your score bested everyone's else. Lucy Lennon wrote, we love Friday night trivia. Thank you so much, Lucy, for commenting and playing. Marnetta Davidson West wrote, wow, got 7 to 8 right. Thanks for the review of who did what before, after General Hospital. I did not watch the other shows, so this is a way to find out. Thanks. Thank you, Marnetta. I tried to incorporate trivia from 2000, the year 2000 and up. So thanks. Desma Walker wrote, Portia better sit her behind down somewhere and worry about Curtis, leave Spencer alone. Thank you so much for your comment, Desma. If Portia has enough to worry on her plate, why is she so fixated with Spencer is beyond me. Marcia Green says, why is Portia threatening Spencer is the question. I bet she told him he needed to leave. This is only for family. Esme is very dangerous and tired. I'm tired of GH trying to redeem her. Many are saying that Portia has the right as Trina's mom. Darn, Trina is grown and stop treating her like a little girl. Thanks for this review. Thank you, Marcia. Marcia also says, please write Esme with another person. Trina looks funny at her and she feels uncomfortable being around her. Do right by Trina, Joss, and Cameron. They were the victims. Thank you for that, Marcia. First up, I don't know what Portia's problem is with Spencer. Spencer is a nice person, despite his flaws of not having any parents. I hate to say it, but I think Portia may be a little jealous of Trina. Trina is innocent, whereas Portia was grappling with an unsure pregnancy about who her baby daddy was. She was just a hot mess. Trina seems to have her head on straight. Lula Allen writes, what is really up with Dex? He acts as if he's protecting Trina. I get strange vibes from him when it comes to Trina. Thank you so much, Lula. The day when Spencer and Trina were embracing and Dex stopped to stare at them at the hospital, I don't know who he was staring at, Trina or Spencer. I thought that odd for him to be staring at all. Sandy Moon says, I'm taking a break from GH, not interested in any of these boring storylines. I will check in with you to find out what's going on. Thank you so much for your comments, Sandy. Some of the boring storylines are starting to pick up. So don't stay away too long. Thank you. In regards to the tribute to Epiphany, Chris Jordan writes, one of the best from Dr. O. He's referring to Dr. Obrecht. Thank you so much for your comment, Chris. I recall Dr. Obrecht being snippy and that she didn't want to participate in the tribute to Epiphany, but she did come around. Well, that's it, Royal Family, for your comments. Please send your thoughts, your theories, and comments to the Daytime Drama Queen. Until then, this has been the Daytime Drama Queen saying ta-ta.